19th century closed with a splendid scandal in Manchester which showed that a corrupt officer could, if he put his mind to it, flourish almost without hindrance. William Bannister had been a constable in 1871, a sergeant in 1875, an inspector in 1880, and a superintendent in 1882. In the 1890s, he was in charge of D Division, in which there were an abnormally high number of brothels and disorderly houses. In particular, in Shepley Street, houses were kept by a woman named Mother Wilson and a man named Taylor. Bannister not only drew up Wilson's will, but also was a beneficiary. After her death, the houses were carried on for immoral purposes, and there was evidence from constables that Bannister carried on the management of them. In 1893, Bannister had been brought before a watch committee on 2 charges of misconduct, and at one time in the debate, it seemed as though he might be dismissed. Some members of the committee then protested this would mean the loss of his pension, and a reprimand was substituted. All the constables involved with the 1897 inquiry before Mr. Recorder Dugdale gave the reason why they were afraid to move against him, as that they were afraid of being swamped by their colleagues. Others said that D Division was no worse than other divisions. He was also seen by a Constable Wilkinson in company with a Mrs. Julia Davis, separated from her husband in the Falstaff public house in Hume, behaving in a way which, if true, would have degraded him. Bannister's explanation that he was in the pub for the purposes of making another will and that there had been a robbery committed was accepted. Wilkinson resigned. Bannister had also brought an action against the Reverend John Kelty for defamation. Kelty had said that Bannister had gone in a cab drunk with 2 prostitutes to Raby Street Police Station. The words had been held to be privileged, but Mr. Justice Kennedy had whitewashed Bannister, telling him he left the court without a stain on his character. On 7th December 1896, Bannister resigned before the Watch Committee. His last act had been to help his old friend William Taylor escape a charge of brothel keeping. According to Dugdale's report, issued on July 9, 1897, Bannister had been promoted over 4 other inspectors and against the recommendation of the chief constable.